Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a first impression with products that are brand new to me and that I have not used yet. So I'm interested to see how some of these products live up to the hype. I will make sure that I link everything in the description box for you, and let's get started with some first impressions. So I am going to start with my eyes, and I will be using some of these shadows from Kiko Cosmetics, and these are all of their wet dry shadows. They claim that you can use them wet or dry, so I am going to see what I can come up with. Now, of course, I gravitated towards the extremely bright colors. They kind of reminded me of the new ColourPop colors, but we will see if they live up to that comparison or not. I haven't seen anything, and I don't have any of the ColourPop shadows to do any dupes or anything like that, but just the color scheme reminded me, because ColourPop has definitely come out with a lot of really colorful things. First, I am going to prime my eyes with a Sephora concealer in Custard. Now, this is not a new product, but I don't have any new concealers because I haven't really found any. And I did do my eyebrows off camera because I have nothing new for eyebrows either. So I'm just gonna carve out underneath my brow real quick. And just using a fluffy brush from Morphe, this is the E27, I'm going to use this Kiko shadow right here. And this is color 03 to set everything. Just a nice bone color, and it does have a good amount of fallout, if you can see. You can see it in the pan, and that's just from, ooh. Okay, those are a little bit messy, but let's see how. I like the color of this shadow. It's just a bit messy, so I'm glad I did not do foundation first, because I have a feeling the other colors are probably going to be similar. I'm going to use this Kiko shadow. This one does not depot, unfortunately, or I can't get it to without trying to break it, but this is color number 13, and I did use this, or no, I did some swatches with it, So I'm just gonna take this as my lighter transition color. So anytime I'm touching this with a brush, very loose, lots of fallout, so just know that. But the color's really pretty, so it's one of those give and take relationships. Granted, this is a very affordable brand, so I will just be mindful to do my foundation prior to using these, especially if I'm gonna get into these brighter colors, which I'm gonna dive into here in just a second. Now, with the same brush, I am going to go straight for it. Let's do this orange color right here. This is the brighter of the two oranges. Well, it's pretty pigmented, so let's see how we do. Oh wow, okay. It is not as bright as it is in the pan, so it's definitely going to be a shade you're gonna have to build a little bit. Or use maybe a cream eyeshadow underneath or something for a base. Or we can actually spray this a little more. Okay, that's pretty bright. It's still not as bright. I wonder if I wet the brush and then dip in. We'll try that on the other eye. So I'm going to wet the brush first and then dip right in. Now because the brush is wet, it does lend itself to be a bit more difficult for the blending. I can feel that, but the color payoff, it's pretty. It's a pretty color. Definitely very spring, summery, which is nice. I like it. I'm digging this like neon, very neon eye. So the next one I'm going to use is number 52, and this is kind of like a bubblegum pink. And I'm going to use a Morphe E17. Or no, I'm not gonna use that one, I lied. I'm gonna use the Morphe M433. See how that works. I'm gonna do this dry first. Okay. This is a really pretty color. You can actually build this one up, I think, pretty easily, or leave it a bit muted, which is nice. But let's see how she works. Wow, okay, you can definitely see the difference between using wet and dry. I feel like when you have them and your brush is damp, they blend a little bit easier together, not so much by themselves. That's some pretty good color payoff, and these, like I said, are pretty affordable. I am dying to use this color. This is number 19, and I'm going to use it with a damp brush. I'm just going to use the same one, the Morphe 433. I'm just going to spray that and dip right in. And they give a little bit less kickback of powder when they're used wet. I'm gonna put that right in the center. Now this yellow one is really, really pigmented. It's definitely, I think, the more pigmented of the three, for sure. And I'm gonna go back with my original brush. This is the Sigma E35, just with a little bit more of the bubblegum pink to the center to bring it over just to blend. And then I will dip back into the orange for the outer corners. Then I'm going to take that bone colored, what I set with, and mix it with a little bit of this pinkish shadow. It's called Smart, or no, that's the brand, or that's the type. This is number 13. And I am just going to buff out the edges a little bit. She looks a little crazy. I am going to apply some lashes and clean up, and I will be right back. So this is my first impression of all the items. The Kiko shadows, while I love the colors, and it took a lot of work to blend and to get them to look as pigmented, I did end up actually losing some of the pigment when I went in to put these eyelashes on. So that could either be me or the shadows. The orange and the yellow were great. The pink I would pass on. If you have to pick this one, I would not recommend because it doesn't stick. I'm gonna try it with something else, like a cream underneath it, to see if that helps the pigment at all. But I mean, you can see it's a little splotchy in here, and it's kind of disappeared a bit in here. Nonetheless, it's pretty. So if it's just maybe for 1 or 2 events, not a big deal. But if it's something that you're looking for an all-day wear, the pink one, I don't know. The orange and the yellow are definitely hanging in there. So these are my first impressions. I'm gonna continue to use these products just to give it, you know, a bit more of a fair shot, but this is just what I get from using them for the first time. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see more first impression videos like this, let me know down in the comments below. I know this may actually be a little bit longer video than what I normally would put up, because I try to keep them short to value time, and also so, you know, I know that everybody is busy, but if you're interested in seeing these types of videos, let me know. If there's something that you would like to see, please make sure that you comment down below. Also make sure that you're following me on my social media, here on YouTube, but also on Snapchat and on Twitter, and I will have those links down below for you as well as my Instagram, where there will be a giveaway announced here in the next few days. So make sure that you are following for that. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye guys.